from the WYLN studios in Hazleton, Pennsylvania. WYLN Evening Edition at 5:30 starts right now.
Good evening. It's Friday, August 12th, 2016. I'm Ann Gownley. Two separate incidents of gunshots were reported this morning. WYLN's Aaron Harvey has more from Hazleton.
Multiple reports of gunshots were reported this morning in the city of Hazleton. Police officers received a number of calls just before 10:30 this morning. The first area was the 400th block of West Chapel Street. Hazleton City Police Chief Jerry Spaziali says it is still under investigation.
Units responded. No ballistic evidence was recovered. However, there was a number of calls, and there was someone that saw someone running from the scene. So that is under a criminal investigation. Even though we didn't find ballistic evidence, we're obviously going to vet that out properly.
Officers searched multiple areas in the southwest section of the city. Around 11:30 this morning, there was another report of shots fired near Samuel Street. Spaziali says that incident could have been a target shooting situation.
Someone heard 2 to 3 gunshots. Units responded. That there was only one call. So again, that could have been, and the officers, I take their opinions, seriously, think that because of the woods, it may have been a target shooting type situation from someone in the woods. Not that that makes it right. Obviously, we don't want gunfire in the city because someone could get hurt. We will look into that matter as well. But that one there, we're not as conclusive as we are more leaning with the first one.
Because of a grant received by the Hazleton Police Department, incidents like today with multiple gunshots will become easier for police to respond to in the near future.
We've ordered 3 new vehicles that will be fully equipped, and we ordered 10 computers with global positioning system, printers, scanners, everything that will be electronic. So it will keep the police officers in the street. They will be able to do everything on their tablets from within the car. Not only will they be able to do that, this new technology will allow us and the communication center to see where our vehicles are. Vehicles will be able to see where other vehicles are. It will be an advancement in technology that allows us to now view camera footage from our vehicle, to do everything from in the vehicle.
The Hazleton City Police Department has zero tolerance when it comes to gun violence.
My message is, if you're firing a weapon, if you're involved in gun violence, you best realize we're going to pursue every avenue, and we're going to look for you until we deliver swift and decisive justice.
The first round of gunshots fired is still under investigation. In Hazleton, for WILN News, I'm Aaron Harvey.
Thank you, Aaron. A home in Denison Township was struck by lightning, and firefighters were there to quickly extinguish the flames. Denison Township firefighters arrived at 84 Middleburg Road outside of Whitehaven around 10:30 last night. Homeowner, a volunteer firefighter with Denison Township, was not home at the time of the fire. The home sustained fire and water damage. A GoFundMe page has been set up for the family. Denison Township, Whitehaven, Foster Township, Wright Township, and Fairview Township firefighters responded along with Whitehaven EMS and APTS along with police. No new trial for Hugo Zielinski. Superior Court has rejected his appeal. A 3-judge panel issued an opinion affirming the decisions of Luzerne County Judge Fred Parentoni III, who oversaw Zielinski's January 2015 trial. Zielinski had sought a new trial on the grounds that his right to choice of counsel was violated when Parentoni disqualified his attorney, Shelley Santini, with whom he delivered a strong attorney-client relationship. Prosecutors failed to disclose impeachment evidence regarding prosecution witness Christina Strom. Parentoni failed to tell the jury a witness' guilty plea couldn't be used as evidence against him. And 2 other points. Superior Court rejected all of his claims. Zielinski was found guilty of the 2002 strangulation killings of Michael Kurkowski and Tammy Lynn Fassett, whose bodies were unearthed from a grave outside Zielinski's Kingston Township home in June of 2003. Kids for Cash Judge Mark Chivarella filed documents yesterday to have some of his convictions overturned because of a recent U.S. Supreme Court decision. In 2011, Chivarella was sentenced to 28 years in federal prison for conspiring with a former colleague to shutter a County Juvenile Detention Center. He was convicted on 12 of the 39 counts, and 4 of them are charges of honest services mail fraud. In a June decision by the Supreme Court, Chivarella argues that his conviction should be overturned because of the court's guidance regarding the phrase official act. The motion seeks to amend documents he filed in federal court in January, seeking his conviction be overturned. The federal government is threatening the Weatherly Area School District over its policy regarding transgender students and bathrooms. A couple of months ago, the district adopted a policy which stated students should use the bathroom that corresponds with his or her birth gender. Now the Obama Justice Department is coming down on the district for it. This week, the school board voted 6-1 to table its second reading, and board members made reference, often angry references, to a formal letter received from the Department of Justice. Several members said it made threatening remarks, but the letter itself was not released. The State Department of Education advised the district to reconsider its position or face consequences. The federal government has been forcing school districts nationwide to allow students to use whichever bathroom matches their gender identity at any given time, whether or not they've undergone surgery. According to federal statistics, less than half of 1% of all American students identify themselves as transgender. Wilkes-Barre City Council unanimously passed an anti-discrimination ordinance on the first reading last night. The ordinance proposed to ban discrimination based on gender preference and identity. It would expand protections to lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender people and revamp a Human Relations Commission to hear and address complaints of discrimination in housing, employment, and the use of public accommodations. It moves to a second and final reading on September 15th. Well, want to hit the water in Whitehaven? WYLN has a pair of tickets to Waterway Challengers rafting. The team of experienced river guides at Whitewater Challengers will guide you on an exciting river rafting trip you'll never forget. There are 3 fantastic world-class whitewater rivers. From easy to exhilarating, there's a trip here that's perfect just for about everybody. Whitewater Challengers offers guided dam release rafting trips that travel down 3 different rivers in New York and Pennsylvania. For your chance to win, dial 570-459-1869, extension 1110 right now, and leave your name, number, and we'll put your name in the drawing. The winners will be announced on Tuesday, August 16th on our 5:30 and 10 p.m. newscast. So if you want these tickets, dial now, and of course, good luck. Well, it's time now for a first look at our forecast. The temperatures stay high, and so does the humidity. Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacik is in the Weather Center with the details. Joe, what can you say about this heat wave this weekend, and when will we get some relief?
Well, once again, going into tomorrow, no different than what we saw today. Some more showers, thunderstorms, heat and humidity to contend with, but we do have some light at the end of the tunnel because it's going to be some more comfortable weather coming. I'll let you know when in just a little bit. Ann?
Thanks, Joe. Coming up next, the Most Precious Blood Church in Hazelton is holding its annual festival this weekend. WYLN's Abby Piskel will have all the details for us. Plus, a great event in the Freeland area will have motorcyclists from all over joining together for a great cause. More news, weather, and sports is coming your way only on WYLN. Stay tuned.
You're watching WYLN News with Ann Downley, video journalists Mike Lula and Julie Stefanovich, Paula Degnan, Gary Perna, Abby Piskel, and Aaron Harvey. Sports with Eric DeBerardinis and John Eric Poli, and weather with Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacik.
At Booty's Place, they're known for delicious homemade food at affordable prices. And now there's so much more, like an elevator for easy upstairs access and refurbished interior with an outdoor patio that's now open. To keep their food second to none, Chef Bobby is back. They're making their own fresh pasta, have a new state-of-the-art kitchen, and an updated menu. There are still old favorites like Grandma's Pizza, plus new dishes, all with fresh ingredients. Booty's Place, still, definitely the best.
Were you satisfied with your child's education this school year? Well, take a look at what Marian Catholic High School has to offer. Students are challenged academically, spiritually, morally, and physically. Excellent student-teacher ratio and a full array of clubs and activities. 90% of all grads continue on to higher education. A sound investment in your child's future. Affordable tuition and scholarships are available. Log on to our website or call today for a free tour.
Enter your name and phone number for a chance to win a pair of tickets for a rafting adventure with Whitewater Challengers for a trip down the Lehigh River. Winners will be announced August 16th on WYLN's Evening Edition at 5:30 p.m. and Late Edition at 10 p.m. Call 570-459-1869, extension 1110 to enter. 2 pair of tickets will be given away. Get ready to get soaked with an exciting rafting trip from Whitewater Challengers.
This weekend, a local church will be celebrating 117 years of a festival that began over in Italy. WYLN's Abby Piskel has the details.
Today is the start of the 117th annual Madonna del Monte Festival at Most Precious Blood Church in Hazleton. The festival kicks off tonight at 4 p.m. and is held all weekend, featuring a variety of ethnic foods and other festivities.
And then on Sunday, we will have the Mass at 10 o'clock, celebrated by our pastor, Father Grippy, and it'll be followed by the procession, which will be traveling through the northeast section of Hazleton, with all the pageantry and the regalia and with the candle houses and the beautiful float which adorns the Madonna del Monte statue.
This tradition began over 100 years ago when a little Italian woman went around her community in Italy and collected donations to hold such a festival.
17 years ago, this little Italian woman, Mrs. Donata D'Alessandro, wanted to institute a festival that was held in her little community in Italy, Anzi, Italy. And as a result, she went around asking for donations, and it was nickels and dimes. We never knew the amount of money that was really raised, but she imported the statue, she brought it here, and gave it to the church with the intention that every year there was to be a festival. And of course, she continued with the tradition of the candle houses, and it was to traverse a section of northeast Pennsylvania, of northeast Hazleton rather. That's where the family originates from.
Everyone is invited to attend to help those at Most Precious Blood Church celebrate after 117 years.
The public is invited to this, and it's an awesome occasion that we're enthralled every year. And we have an excellent spaghetti and meatball dinner that's being served from 11 o'clock to 4 o'clock on Sunday, and there's also takeouts available. And we invite everyone to come and help us celebrate once again after 117 years.
Again, the festival begins tonight at 4 p.m. at Most Precious Blood Church Hall. In Hazleton, for WYLN News, I'm Abby Piskel.
Thank you, Abby. Coming up next, Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacik is back with a full look at our forecast, plus a look at a special motorcycle run this week coming up in the borough of Freeland. All that and more, plus sports with John Eric Polay is coming your way only on WYLN. Stay tuned. All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
Malat's Farm has fresh produce, tomatoes, cucumbers, watermelons, blueberries, and everybody's summer favorite, sweet corn, and so much more. Everything under the big top. Route 93 across from Tom's Country Kitchen. Call 570-233-3087. They're open 7 days a week.
S.J. Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric electric, Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call S.J. Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
Vinny's Pizzeria and Family Restaurant in Hazleton, serving fresh homemade Italian food, pizza, pasta, wings, and home of the wedgie. Vinny's Pizzeria and Family Restaurant in Hazleton. Drive in or pick up, and we deliver. Call 455-4444.
Boy, you could just feel the humidity when you walk outside today, and it's going to get no better as we head into tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be a repeat of what we saw today. We'll see a mix of sun and clouds, some showers and thunderstorms, and it's going to be very humid across our area. And we did have some showers and thunderstorms around today, and they move through, brings the temperatures down a little bit, gives us a little bit of some relief to the heat, but then once they move out, and some of that sunshine returns, boy, I tell you what, those humidity levels really start to creep up quite significantly. But we got some cooler temperatures to talk about, and they'll get here as we start going into next week. Humidity levels will drop as well. So let's take a look at the numbers for the day. And mid to upper 70s, and this was shortly as those storms came through, a little bit earlier, and we still had a lot of those clouds around, and that allowed those temperatures to drop a little bit into the 70s. Now they continue to go up, and they're actually in the 80s, but the big point is that the dew point factor, which when we're in the 70s like that, feels very tropical-like, very uncomfortable when you walk outside. Now we've only picked up 0.06 of an inch of precipitation right here, but surrounding areas picked up a lot more with some of those showers and thunderstorms that have been moving through. But again, those winds just practically non-existent except when we get those thunderstorms and showers around. And there's that wind gust coming in at 19 miles per hour. That's about it. Did manage to get up to 87 degrees before some of those storms started to hit, and it definitely was a muggy start to our morning, only dropping down to 70 degrees. Now there is some relief to the heat in a 7-day extended forecast, but we're going to have to wait a little bit. We got at least one more extremely hot day, mid to upper 80s, lower 90s. Some more showers and thunderstorms. Can't rule that out for tomorrow. And then the rest of the week, it's a little bit cooler. Some of those humidity levels will start to drop, but still not bad temperature-wise. We still should be in the 80s. Still a chance of some more showers and thunderstorms for Sunday. A shower storm maybe for Monday and Tuesday of next week. That's about it. And then after that, we dry things out, and we'll see a mixture of clouds and sunshine. Another muggy night tonight. Another muggy night as we go into our Saturday night. Then the rest of the nights, well, they're still going to be relatively warm, but not quite as humid, not quite as hot as what we've seen the last couple of nights. Temperatures generally dropping down into the 60s. We'll have more for you coming up after the break.
Enter your name and phone number for a chance to win a pair of tickets for a rafting adventure with Whitewater Challengers for a trip down the Lehigh River. Winners will be announced August 16th on WYLN's Evening Edition at 5:30 p.m. and Late Edition at 10 p.m. Call 570-459-1869, extension 1110 to enter. 2 pair of tickets will be given away. Get ready to get soaked with an exciting rafting trip from Whitewater Challengers.
Were you satisfied with your child's education this school year? Well, take a look at what Marian Catholic High School has to offer. Students are challenged academically, spiritually, morally, and physically. Excellent student-teacher ratio and a full array of clubs and activities. 90% of all grads continue on to higher education. A sound investment in your child's future. Affordable tuition and scholarships are available. Log on to our website or call today for a free tour.
At Booty's Place, they're known for delicious homemade food at affordable prices. And now there's so much more, like an elevator for easy upstairs access and refurbished interior with an outdoor patio that's now open. To keep their food second to none, Chef Bobby is back. They're making their own fresh pasta, have a new state-of-the-art kitchen, and an updated menu. There are still old favorites like Grandma's Pizza, plus new dishes, all with fresh ingredients. Booty's Place, still, definitely the best.
Welcome back to WYLN News. I'm Erin Harvey, and today I am joined with Mark and Rob from the Freeland American Legion, and they're here to talk about an event going on next Sunday. So Mark, if you want to start off by telling us what the event is.
Sure. On August 21st, we're having our 11th annual Emilio Ranieri benefit bike run. Every year we have this event, and it benefits a family or an individual that has extreme medical costs. We started registering the bikes at 10 a.m. in the morning. The bikes are kickstands up and out at noon. We go on a bike ride, and then we return for festivities with a meal, band, and refreshments. The cost is $15 for a rider, $10 for a passenger, and also if a person would like to attend and not partake in a ride, it's $10 for a person.
Okay, so I know you, everyone is leaving from the Freeland American Legion, so do you know where this is going to end, the race eventually?
It does start and end at the Freeland American Legion, and the meal would start around 3 p.m. then, if you're not interested in coming to the ride.
Okay. All right, so Rob, if you want to talk about who the event is benefiting.
Sure. This year the event benefits Edward Francis Dwyer, who was the great-grandson of one of the Freeland American Legion regular membership. He's just a baby, and he's suffering from a disease called hypoplastic left heart syndrome, which means he literally has a half of a heart, and at such a young age, it's traumatic for both he and the family. So the funds that we generate will be donated to them to offset their costs for medical expenses or, travel expenses that they're incurring for going back and forth to CHOP in Philadelphia, where he's a patient. So, and of course, anything else that they find would benefit the baby.
I know this is the 11th annual bike run, so is there anything different? Are you guys still having tricky trays?
We try to keep it consistent every year as far as the format, so as Mark stated, it will be the ride. This year we're going into the Poconos. There'll be a stop along the way, and then when we come back to the Legion of Freeland, there'll be entertainment provided by Better With Beer out of the mountaintop area. During registration, there'll be DJ services provided by Andy Viat, who is ALV karaoke out of the Hazleton area, and he'll be spinning some tunes during registration. Tricky trays, 50/50s, and of course the meal, as Mark indicated, which is prepared by J. Paul B. Catering, and we just hope everybody can come out and have a good time. As Mark said, if you don't want to go on the ride or you can't go on the ride because you're on a motorcycle, you can bring your regular vehicle and go in with that, or you can just come and have the meal for $10.
All right, so if you're not doing anything next weekend, this is a great cause to come out and support, and registration starts at 10 a.m. with the actual run to start at noon. And don't go anywhere because there's more news coming your way right here on WYLN.
S.J. Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric, Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call S.J. Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
M Valley Market, located at 699 South Kennedy Drive in McAdoo, is now open. It's your one-stop shop for gas or diesel, Green Mountain Coffee, Gears Iced Tea, Pennsylvania Lottery, tobacco products, and so much more. And don't forget, you can pick up your favorite candy and snacks. M Valley Market, 699 South Kennedy Drive in McAdoo.
High school football right around the corner, and today I stopped by Tamaqua, where the Blue Raiders had their media day to talk about the upcoming season. Last season, Tamaqua had a stud at running back in Colin Bud Moyer. Moyer has now graduated, but don't worry, as the Blue Raiders have plenty of skilled guys returning, including a playmaker at quarterback.
that. He got a lot of good game experience last year. He started all 10 games for us. We're looking for a lot. He's really developed. He's gotten bigger and stronger since last year. This is the first year I think that we have a real good experienced quarterback coming into the season, probably since Nate Edmonds.
Tamaqua has been known for their tough defense throughout the years. Last season, the defense was led by their superstar Bud Moyer, but once again, the team has experience that they believe will lead to a good defense.
We plan on being just as tough as last year. Chanzabo missed the last 5 games last year. He's back, healthier than ever.
Yeah, I played right alongside Bud in the linebacker last year, and he taught everything to all of us. And with all the experience we've come back now, teaching all the younger guys the whole defense is going to come back out with same fire and intensity and hitting other guys as hard as Bud did.
We'll be just as good because we lost Bud at inside, but we kept most of our line and our backers, and we have experience in the secondary coming back this year.
Offense and defense isn't the only part of their game that they have experience in. The Blue Raiders have a big advantage in special teams this year, returning their kicker and punter.
It is the first time we have a real solid kicker coming back for the first year. Mitchell Kurek, right now, he's good from about the 30, 35-yard line in. And we have Eddie Titus back as a punter, and Eddie's been a solid kid for us. He started all 10 games last year at punter, so right now, special teams-wise, we're in pretty good shape.
To be the champ, you have to beat the champ. Part of the deal that comes with going undefeated and enjoying the best season in school history is that you become a target. That's the case with Wyoming Valley West in 2016. The Spartans know that their name will be circled on opposing teams' calendars all year long.
I don't think anybody likes having a bullseye on their back, but I think that being able to come out and play in big atmospheres, I think that's great for the kids.
Coaches might not like that, but I think it's a good idea for us to know that we're the team to beat this year and keep it on our backs that we just step up and play as good as we did last year.
To make things tougher, Valley West opens with 4 straight 6A opponents. It's now up to the USA field hockey team to bring back an Olympic medal to northeastern Pennsylvania. Drums native Casey Eichfeld made it to the finals in both singles and doubles of canoeing. But yesterday he finished 10th in doubles and he finished in 7th in singles earlier. Eichfeld wrote, "Don't worry, I have got Tokyo 2020 on the calendar." If he qualifies in 4 years, that will be Eichfeld's 4th Olympic Games. Today, baseball great Alex Rodriguez will play in the final game of his career. A-Rod has over 3,000 career hits, including 696 home runs, which ranks 4th all-time. The 2009 world champion played at PNC Field twice during his career while rehabbing from injuries. Former Hazleton area great Russ Kanzler had the opportunity to play against him during one of his rehab assignments. He spoke very highly on the Yankee great.
A-Rod's obviously had his controversy throughout his career, but he's still put up unbelievable numbers, and you could make an argument without the suspensions he might have broke some records. And my first experience, I was here with Durham in 2011, and he was rehabbing. I actually hit a ground ball in between his legs, and the place went crazy, so that was really cool.
Up next, Joe Garbachik is back with another look at today's forecast.
Vinny's Pizzeria and Family Restaurant in Hazleton, serving fresh homemade Italian food, pizza, pasta, wings, and home of the wedgie. Vinny's Pizzeria and Family Restaurant in Hazleton. Drive in or pick up, and we deliver. Call 455-4444.
Malat's Farm has fresh produce, tomatoes, cucumbers, watermelons, blueberries, and everybody's summer favorite, sweet corn, and so much more. Everything under the big top. Route 93 across from Tom's Country Kitchen. Call 570-233-3087. They're open 7 days a week.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
Well, we still have to deal with a lot of the heat and humidity as we go into our Saturday. Very similar to what we saw today. Some more showers and thunderstorms heading in our direction, so be prepared for that. Many areas will be near 90, if not in the lower 90s. And then we're continuing to be in the 80s as we go into next week. Some more showers and storms possible for Sunday, a shower storm for Monday and Tuesday of next week, but a little bit cooler. Humidity levels will be considerably lesser as we go into next week. Still in the 80s, though, many areas mid to upper 80s, still very summer-like. Still got a lot of summer to enjoy yet, but at least tonight we'll have to deal with the mugginess. Tomorrow night we'll have to deal with the mugginess, dropping down only near 70 degrees, and then after that, a little bit of some relief, lower humidity levels, a little bit cooler, if you will, at night. Temperatures dropping down into the 60s, so it won't quite be as bad as what we've been seeing.
All right. Well, hopefully next week it does get a little cooler, because I know you and Eric are out there doing all those football previews. Yeah. This week was heat acclimation. Well, you couldn't have asked for a hotter week to get acclimated to this heat. But next week's 2-a-days. So
God bless the kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be rough going through those.
Yeah, definitely. So you guys got some of those coming up. Lots more teams to take a look at before fall football season starts, which is just around the corner, which is pretty exciting. All right. Sounds good. We'll be here next week. Have a good night.